Okay, got my 2003 Dodge Caravan, and I've got some rust spots. Sun's starting to go down, so I'm just going to try to clean this stuff up a little bit, get it ready to paint tomorrow. Got like a bucket of water, cleaning supplies. I got some rust spots here on the door, a scratch, and got a little rust spot back here in the back here. Gonna try to fix that. A little spot there. Might try to fix that. And this spot. There's a little spot up here on the front. And I'm not a painter or anything. I just bought some. I'll show you what I got here. I got some. There's some sandpaper. Some various. It's got like 180, 320, 400, 1000, and 1500 grit. It's a wet dry sandpaper kit. I got some 60 grit sandpaper I'll probably use initially. And I got some painter's tape, and but today I'm just cleaning it up today before the sun goes down. I'll do some painting tomorrow. But let me show you. On the door code here, it's a PW1 code. And I bought some. This is a clear coat. I got clear coat. This is just Dupli-Color, perfect match system. I got some primer, some scratch filler primer, and here's the color that's supposed to match this. It's a as you can see right here, I got a PW1 code, stone white, on my door, and I just found the color code that matches it. And you know, this says replaces original Chrysler colors. So I'm just going to try to do this myself. I'm not a painter by any means, and in fact I freaking hate painting. But my car here, I bought this thing for 700 bucks at an auction, so I'm just going to try to touch it up a little bit. I'm not looking to spend a lot of money, and I've never painted in my life, but I'm going to give it a shot, and I'll let you guys know how it comes out. So, but for today I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. I've already noticed how this side's a little cleaner than this side. I started cleaning that up a little bit before I figured I'd show you guys this. Like I said, I'm no painter. I mean, normally they clean this up with soap and water, and then they wipe it down with alcohol and all that crap, but I'm just using what I got here. So this is just some cleaner with bleach. Alright, got it cleaned up now. I'm going to take a little 60 grit to it and try to get some of that rust off of it. I got a little 60 grit. I'm just doing this by hand. Yeah, it's just taking too long by hand. I need to get some mechanical sanders on that thing, otherwise I'll be here forever. As you can see, I got on dust mask and eyeglasses. I like my lungs and I like my eyes, so try to protect them best you can. That's pretty good. One more spot over here. There's a little spot right there. Try to get this part off. Oh, that's bare metal. Got that rust off. Yeah, there's the last spot I'm going to try to get, really. Just going to... Okay, so I got that spot, this spot here, little spot here, and a spot there. Okay. Next step is I'm going to wipe all this stuff down with some alcohol and rags. Alright, I'm going to wipe down a few other spots. Okay, got everything taped off a little bit. Didn't do the greatest job of taping off, but that'll work. Got taped off there. Little section here, taped off that. And got that section taped off a little bit. I'm just going to touch it up with some primer. Hopefully I won't make too big of a mess. Here's my primer. This stuff, Dupli-Color scratch filler primer. I'm going to shake this up. Too much crap. I shouldn't be running down here. Hey, I'm a rookie. So don't do like me and spray a whole bunch because it'll run. Let's try this again. Yeah, just light coats. Alright, I'll let that dry and then I'll get another coat. Alright, let me try this. Just kind of get up here. That'll work for now. I'll try to get this one. Alright. Just 3 little squirts. That'll work. That's probably too much. But, yeah, I'm no painter. Just a little primer. All right. Just let that dry. Okay, I did light coats. I don't know how well you can see that, but I just sprayed it. It's still drying. Gonna have to probably sand this down a little bit. And here's the front one. Gonna have to sand that. Let me show you. Did this part. This part was just really, I need some putty for that. It's kind of gouged, but no big deal. Okay, show you. And down here it's kind of runny. Kind of runny down here. Probably gonna have to sand that quite a bit. But that's where I'm at. I'll let this stuff dry. Okay, I let the primer dry. I'm just going to scuff it up to put another coat of primer on. I'm using 180 just to scuff this up a little bit. It's dry to the touch now. Alright, well, here's my second coat of primer. Show you what I got here. There's my second coat I just put on. Gotta let this dry a bit. There's my, like I said, I'm no painter, but we'll see how this turns out. Okay, I pulled the tape off and I let the primer dry. I'm trying to show you guys, I don't know how well you can see it, but it actually looks pretty good. Not too bad. I got a little overspray right here. That's alright. That's where this came in. I don't know how well you can see this. It's gray now, the color of the primer. It's looking pretty good. I'm gonna retape this. Stuff I had earlier was coming off. I let it sit too long, so I'm gonna show you. Gonna retape it, and then I'm gonna use a Scotch-Brite pad and kind of scuff it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna paint it. Okay, well, I'm gonna tape it off. This time I'm gonna use thicker stuff. Got my primer set, I got it taped off. I'm just going to scuff up this primer a little bit with got a Scotch-Brite pad. Just one of these, just going to rough it up, and I'll just going to go over with that to my paint will stick better. Just a couple on there to sand it down a little bit. Roughing it up a little bit. Same thing with down here. I'm going to rough this up a little bit. Gotta wipe this down.
Got a little alcohol in here.
All right. Not too much that time. Well, my camera died when I was spraying on the white stuff, but it's still wet right now, but I just sprayed that coat on, and I should have I got a little bit of overspray. I should have taped up a little better. Oh well, you can kind of see, I mean, there were some gouges. I should have used body filler, but I don't care enough about this car to, I just want to do it as an experiment. And as you can see here, like I got little drips. I think I sprayed too much. I might have to sand that down, but the color match is actually pretty good. As you can see, like right here, I got a little drip. Still wet. I'll let this dry and I'll sand it, then I'll put another coat on. But I definitely oversprayed a little bit. I'm not very good at painting. And here's this side. I mean, really, this thing looks a whole lot better than what it did. I'm real pleased with that. It needs another coat, and there's a few spots where the primer is showing through, but like I said, I'll sand that down a little bit and then I'll hit it another coat. And that's the back side where that dent was. And I got some drips I got to sand. I'm not a good painter, but I got drips. And all in all, it looks pretty good to me. I'm kind of happy. I think another coat will do the trick. But alright, I'm going to let this stuff dry and then I'll hit it again in about an hour or so. Alright. Okay. My paint dry. I mean, as you can see from, looks pretty good, I think. Not too bad. Closer you get, the worse it gets. There's a few bubbles. I got to sand that down and apply one more coat ought to do it, I think. But that's there's a little primer right here. I got to paint. I missed a spot here. Well, this is the real deal here. I mean, you guys saw how bad that was. I mean, this isn't perfect by any means. The closer you get, like you can see a blemish. You see how that's a drip. I gotta sand that drip out. There's a couple over here. And it's all dry now. I mean, it looks better than it did, I think, and the paint color matches pretty good. But I'm no painter. In fact, I suck at painting, but I'm happy with how this is. It looks 100 times better than it did, I think. Especially, I mean, you can see where this big dent was, and I got to get one more coat here. It still looks a lot like primer, but I mean, I think that's a big improvement. So one more coat, and I'm going to sand this down a little better. Try to get a couple of these big spots out. But for my first time painting a car, I think it came out pretty good. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, there's a couple spots. I mean, this right here is just where I bought this car from a city surplus. This was a city vehicle. That's what all these decals were. You can see where the decals were at. But other than that, I'm happy with it. I got a little bit of overspray. I should have taped this off better. Oh well, I mean, I can get it off. I'm getting it off with my finger, but a little extra work. A little overspray on the window, but it's coming off. Other than that, I think it came out, the pink, as far as the color goes, I think it's pretty good. As you can see, a little primer here, but really, I think it matches pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. You know, so I'm happy. Like I said, tomorrow I'll sand it and get one more coat on it.